So you're no stranger to training. You go to the gym, maybe you do some running, a little bit of lifting, but then you get to the trail and suddenly it feels like you've never done any exercise in your life. Your legs are still burning like they're on fire. Your heart's beating out of your chest. You stumble your way up onto the summit, and then you feel like you still have never really hiked a day in your life. If that sounds familiar, I'm about to break down why your training isn't quite working the way you want it to and what to do so that you don't have to feel that way anymore. And instead, you can feel strong and confident every time you hit the trailhead and head into the backcountry. Hey, I'm James Appleton, strength coach and outdoors guide here in the Adirondack Mountains, and I help hikers and backpackers just like you build strength and build endurance so that they can confidently tackle any trail that they choose and they don't have to suffer through it. So today we're going to talk about 5 mistakes. Yes, 5 mistakes that are causing your training to fail you when you get out on the trail. Mistake number 1 is thinking that running alone, cardio, is going to get you trail strong. All right, so running's great. Building that cardiovascular endurance is necessary for hiking. It has its place, but hiking demands way more than just your aerobic fitness. Yeah, I know most hikers, they love to go on their long runs, but ultimately that's not going to prepare you as effectively and as optimally as training for strength. First and foremost, strength training, get your body strong and then get your heart strong. Ultimately, strength training and a well thought out and strategic strength training program is going to get everything strong. Your legs, your back, your core, your joints, your tendons, your ligaments, your arms, everything. So focusing solely on cardio is going to cause you to get to the trail and not feel your best. Whereas if you focus on strength first and foremost, when you show up to the trailhead, you're going to be strong. The stronger you are, the longer you're going to go. You're going to have a better time out in the backcountry. Mistake number 2 is ignoring heavy strength training, period, right? How many of you hikers out there don't really want to lift something that's heavy?
Stop being a girly man and work out.
Well, I hate to break it to you, but you got to lift something heavy to warrant change in your body. You got to push yourself so that your body has to get stronger, has to build more muscle. When you build more muscle, your metabolism goes up, right? Then your fat is going to go down because your metabolism's higher. All the things work for you when you build muscle and you build strength, but you're never going to do it unless you lift something that's heavy, unless you actually challenge yourself. So for example, let's say you actually do go to the gym and you see a program that you downloaded on Google, some cookie cutter training program on the internet. It says 3 sets of 12. Well, if the weight that you're choosing to do 3 sets of 12 is something that you could do for 20 reps, well, ultimately, you're not really training hard. You're not pushing yourself hard enough to warrant that need for change. You're not really challenging your muscles. So you got to lift something heavy. If you do 3 sets of 12, choose a weight that you could only do for 13 or 14 reps at that set for those sets of 12. That's how you're going to be lifting something heavy. Ultimately, however, I feel if you have a strength training program in the rep range of 5 to 10 reps, that is the sweet spot where you're going to build strength that is going to translate to your body's ability out on the trail. You know, the stronger you are, the easier hiking becomes, and that's what we're here to do. Strength is never a weakness, to quote Mark Bell. How do we build strength? What's the best, most optimal way to do this and to lift heavy and have that strength translate to our performance on the trail? Squats, deadlifts, lunges, step-ups, loaded carries. These are all fantastic exercises that you can start to incorporate. In terms of the squats, the deadlifts, the lunges, the step-ups, these are things you could do for all sorts of different rep ranges. You just got to challenge yourself and make it hard. Those last few reps, you should have to kick it into an overdrive to get them up. That is how you're pushing your body, and you're going to generate growth that you're going to see improve your performance out on the trail, because we are all about performance, right? That is ultimately what we're here to do. A better performance in the backcountry leads to more fulfilling adventures every single time. Mistake number 3, neglecting loaded training with a backpack, right? So you go hiking, you wear your loaded backpack, it's heavy, but then you think, man, my lower back kind of hurts, or, oh, my traps and my shoulders kind of hurt. Yeah, because you never really train with a backpack or wear a backpack any other time in life, let alone a heavy backpack, and let alone for, I don't know, 6 hours, 10 hours, 12 hours, weeks at a time, right? Training with a backpack is an absolutely amazing way to get yourself stronger for hiking, because we so often neglect that backpack strength that we actually need. So you can do this by rucking. We all know about rucking. You just wear a heavy backpack and go for a walk, but you want to load that pack so it's way heavier than your actual hiking pack. That way, when you get to the trail on the day you are going hiking, that backpack that's loaded up with all your gear, all your equipment, feels light. Feels good because you've already trained heavy in the past, therefore making that pack feel light. Your lower back feels good. Your core feels good. They're all stronger. Your shoulders, your traps, your upper back, everything is stronger because you've been training with a loaded pack to get those stabilizers going, get your core going, all the things. So mistake number 4, skipping trail-specific athleticism. Yes, hiking is an athletic endeavor, so let us not forget, train like an athlete. I say it a lot, and it needs to be said. Train like an athlete. Don't train like a hiker. You know, hiking's not just this slow saunter through the woods. Yeah, sure, sometimes it is, but over the long haul, you're still going a lot of miles. You're going on uneven terrain. So having the ability, the agility that we need, and the stability in all of our body to handle the demands of the backcountry is going to behoove us. How do we do that? Personally, I like doing body weight training to get yourself strong and agile and be able to move your body like an athlete. The more that you can move, right, the better off you're going to be. So if you kind of move like the Tin Man, I've been there, got to grease up the joints, right? You're going to set yourself up, sadly, for an unsuccessful day anytime you need to do something that requires an athletic movement, whether it's climbing up this slab or you got to grab this tree to hoist yourself up to continue on the trail, or you got to do some athletic type of movement going up or going down the trail. It's not always going to be these flat little nice saunters through the woods. That's not what you get out in the backcountry. So to prepare for it, do some body weight training because you're moving your body in an athletic manner. And remember, when we are in the backcountry, what do we have on our pack? Or what do we have on our back? We have that backpack, right? So the stronger you are and the more able you are to move and maneuver, the better off you're going to be. Some great ways to train that, besides for pretty much any body weight training movement, squats and that sort of things, but do things with athletic movements, burpees, jump squats, single leg movements of any kind, lunges, step ups, all of these things, agility drills, skater jumps are also great, where you jump side to side like that. Talk about a movement that's athletic and also mimicking a lot of things you do out there hiking. Any sort of single leg movement is really going to help you as well. You want to be able to move your body in an athletic manner. And mistake number 5 is not eating enough food that supports the training that you're doing. Your diet should support your training so that you get all the results that you're looking for. If you just break your body down training, but you don't actually have a nutritional strategy to build it back up, you're going to be leaving a lot on the table. In fact, you're just breaking your body down. And the same, if you go out on the trail, you're trying to have this awesome day out in the mountains or on the trail backpacking, and you don't have a nutritional strategy that supports your body performing at its best, well, once again, you're leaving so much on the table to actually have to accomplish the task at hand, which is to have a fulfilling day out in the backcountry. So not having a nutritional strategy is unfortunately going to hinder what you're able to do, both in the gym and on the trail. So how do we fix that? Knowing what we need to eat is going to highly impact our ability out there. So protein. When it comes to training, protein is to build your strength, build your muscle, and to recover after training so that you can train again tomorrow and continue getting stronger and stronger, right? That's what we're here to do. When you're out on the trail, protein is going to be utilized more to keep you full throughout the day, because it is hard to actually do these things like hiking and long distances if you're hungry and your stomach's growling. So protein's going to be good for that. But at the end of the day, protein, again, is going to help you recover so that you are ready to go the following day. Then when it comes to carbohydrates, carbs are our energy source. You've got simple carbs and you've got complex carbs. Let's keep it nice and simple. Simple carbs are your sugary stuff. Those are the things that are going to give you energy right now. Whereas your complex carbs, your rice, your potatoes, your grains, those are the more like steady, That's your energy like throughout the day and just your general energy, whereas the sugary stuff is your energy right now. But be careful. Some people have sugar crashes, so be aware of that with your simple carbs. And then other than that, you have fats, which we don't really have to get too into when it comes to days on the trail. However, fats are ultimately going to be important in the sense of they help your body actually function best from a hormonal standpoint, from a nutrient standpoint, and fats do give us sustained energy for the long haul. So especially important if you are doing a long distance backpacking trip, having the fats, having the protein, those are going to be super important in how well you perform out there. If you're just doing a day hike, things like fats and fats and protein may not come as handy. But ultimately, having an actual strategy, no matter what, when you are going out there that is going to support your performance in the woods is going to leave you in a good place. So remember, protein for muscle building, strength, and recovery, carbs for energy right now, as well as your general base of energy, and fats is your more sustained energy throughout the entire trip, as well as your body functioning at a high level. Those are the 5 mistakes that are leading to the reason why your training is not helping you become a better hiker. If you implement all of these things, you will undoubtedly see an improvement in your training and therefore in your performance the next time you get out there and hit the trail. Now, if you want to stop making these mistakes and you want to start training the right way, check out my Great Range Athlete Team training programs where I work directly with hikers just like you who want to build strength and endurance that translates to their performance out in the mountains. Spots are limited on these teams and they are an awesome experience, but click the link below if you want to join the next 6-week team. And if this video helped, drop a comment below. Let me know what your biggest struggle is on the trail right now when it comes to your physical fitness. And I'd be happy to help point you in the right direction. And if you want more training tips, hit that subscribe button, hit the bell, and I've got more training videos on the way. So go lift heavy, eat your protein, and I'll see you on the trails.